The Witch King seems to be a polarizing book. She does three things that are potentially off-putting. First, she has the ultimate in medias res opening. There's no info dumping, there's no explanation of hardly anything. The geography, the characters, the factions, the magic, a world exists and she throws you into it. The beginning actually reminded me of Project Hail Mary. The main character, Kai, wakes up and doesn't know where he is or what's happened. And kind of like in Project Hail Mary, where the main character spends the first 20 pages trying to figure out if he's on a spaceship or not, Kai, the main character here, he's in peril and you have no idea why. Eventually you transition back and there are two timelines, or dual timelines. There's the present where he's scrambling to figure out who he is and what's happened, but then there's the past where he's involved in a Mistborn style revolution. Wells lingers in the present though. She's very patient before tossing you back into the past. Once I figured it out, I love the time jumps. They're woven thematically, which makes it cool. It's not just like two things happening parallel, they actually cross. But the in medias res part of that I enjoyed is that it applies to the magic system too. You don't know who any of these factions are. Even after reading the entire novel, I'm still not sure of which ones do magic which way. And there's no Kelsier here from Mistborn to explain, this is how the metals work, this is how our magic works. You have to figure it out as the reader. Some elements are never explained, which leads me into the next point. Wells doesn't give you a battle between good and evil. With the two different timelines, who is good and evil changes. Even Kai, the main character, is a demon who carries heads around in bags. Okay, the guy can be brutal when he needs to be. He can also be fiercely loyal. What happens because you don't even know if characters are good or bad, you don't know if factions are good or bad, and that's because things change. The revolution, kind of like the French Revolution, overthrowing the monarchy might have been a good thing. Here, in Wells's version, overthrowing this foreign invader is a good thing, but what it leads to is arguably worse. We start off in this reign of terror where things have gotten worse, and Kai and people in the present are trying to make it better from the revolution that they started. And they're even traitors, so who is good and bad changes. And there are other factions within factions who are doing things to work against the good ones or the bad ones. You don't know exactly which. And next time I'll talk about the body switching and the gender dynamics, because that part's fascinating too. Let me know if you liked Martha Wells' The Witch King.